President Mangino, I have the honor to report that there are now present members of the graduating class, the staff, and the faculty of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York, the governing bodies of the City of New York, and the State of New York, all gathered to participate in the 63rd commencement exercises of Queensborough Community College. Under the direction of Professor Stephen Dalkey, students from Queensborough's music department will lead us in singing our national anthem. Everyone, please stand.
Angela, come over here. Turn around, right, sir? Your turn? Yeah. You take it. Oh my God. Right here. Yeah.
You guys are graduating. Go in front of me.
Y'all ready? Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
The audience will please be seated. Yeah. Let's just get them off. Graduates and honored guests, please welcome the president of Queensborough Community College of the City University of New York, Dr. Christine Mangino.
Thank you, Grand Marshal Ty. And welcome, class of 2024, to Queensborough Community College's 62nd commencement exercises. I want to extend a warm welcome to your family and friends, as well as faculty and staff mentors who are here to celebrate you. This morning, you will become official graduates of Queensborough Community College. Nearly 1,400 students are candidates for graduation today. Congratulations to each of you. On the platform with us today are several special guests who have joined us for today's ceremony: elected officials, officers of the university, representatives from the CUNY Board of Trustees, officers of the college, and chairs representing our 16 academic departments. We also have community partners with us. With us today is Peter Tu, the Executive Director of the Flushing Chinese Business Association and a founding member of Queensborough's Asian Community Advisory Board. And representing the QCC Funds Board is Board Member Anthony Simeone, Vice President of Ridgewood Savings Bank. We appreciate your presence and thank you for celebrating with us. And a few of our distinguished guests would like to share greetings with you. Welcome, Queensborough President Donovan Richards, a lifelong Queens resident. Borough President Richards is a tireless advocate for the borough and works to strengthen its schools and higher education institutions. Please welcome Borough President Richards.
All right, let's give it up for Madam President. President Mangino, thank you for what you've done. And of course, to the class of 2024. Are y'all ready? All right, are you fired up? Are you ready to take on the world? All right, so I'm your Queensborough President, Donovan Richards, and it's certainly an honor to share this special day with each and every one of you. And of course, I want to also thank the faculty because nothing is done without a great team. So give it up for the great faculty of Queensborough Community College as well. And as I look out into this crowd, I see what makes this school and this borough entirely special. I see immigrants who came to Queens in search of an opportunity, like the one you'll realize today when you walk across the stage to get your degree. I see first-generation Americans like myself, whose parents sacrificed so much in order for their son to go to college. Now, I was the first person in my family to go to college. Raise your hand if you're the first to graduate college in your family. Wow. If you raise your hand, never forget those who helped you to get to this day. And we ought to give them a round of applause. Those who supported you through the challenges. Those who believed in you when you didn't even believe in yourself. Those who pushed you. And to never forget your ability, of course, to do what's great in this world. I see people from all walks of life, all races, all religions, all backgrounds, all identities, and all orientations. And that's what makes Queens special, the most diverse county in the United States of America. 190 countries, 360 languages and dialects are spoken in Queens County. We are the melting pot, and we understand that our diversity is our strength. And of course, I see a brighter future for this borough, this city, this country, and this world, knowing that you are the people who are going to lead us into the future. Let me make it plain. There is so much inequality in this world, but education is the great equalizer. Education is the key that unlocks the potential of our communities and our society. And that's one of the reasons I've invested close to $100 million into our education system since I've taken the keys of Borough President. The education you received here at Queensborough has put you in an incredible position to make a huge difference in this world. Each of you are on the path to prosperity, but that path won't always be clear. So graduates, my advice to all of you today is to keep an open mind. Understand that even if the path your life takes is not the path you envision, and trust me, there will be a fork in everyone's road. There is possibility and promise around every bend. It's okay to not know where your road will lead, but when you walk across that stage today with your eyes up and smiles on, I want you to internalize that feeling of pride. I want you to commit yourself to living your life with the clear eyes and open mind it deserves. And that's how we lead the most successful lives we can imagine. And that's how we give back to those in our lives who sacrifice so much just to give us a chance at this moment today. Queensborough Community College, class of 2024. I'm beyond proud of you. I believe in you. And with so much conflict in the world, we are counting on you to lead us into the future with integrity. And we won't go on to talk about what happened yesterday. But let's lead our lives with integrity, of course, and make Queens, of course, get the money. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Thank you, Borough President Richards. Also with us today is New York State Senator John Liu. Senator Liu is a longtime friend and neighbor of Queensborough and has shown up to support our students time and time again. Please welcome Senator Liu.
Good morning, QCC family. I'm tremendously delighted and honored to be with all of you this beautiful morning. First, congratulations to President Christine Mangino, all the faculty and staff at Queensborough Community College. They have delivered yet another outstanding class of graduates. Give them a round of applause. Congratulations to all the family members who are here with us. It is with your love and support that our graduates have gotten to this day. And most of all, congratulations to the class of 2024 at Queensborough Community College. This is your day. You have earned every bit of praise and celebration that is coming your way. It's not easy. Getting through all of your life's challenges, having family, having job responsibilities, having so many other commitments that you have to balance along the way to earning your degree. But the point is, you did it. And you did so right here in New York City, right here in Queens, the center of the universe, where so much happens, where President Richards has already said, all eyes are on New York. And for you to earn your degree here in New York City, in the midst of what's happening around the rest of the state, the country, and indeed the world, it is an amazing accomplishment. And this organization, this institution, this college has prepared you for anything that will come your way. And you know, there's gonna be some challenges. Not every day is gonna be easy. Some of them you don't wanna get out of bed for. But you remember that the degree that you hold today has prepared you for anything that may come your way. And those difficult days, never look at them as obstacles, but always as opportunities to continue to build upon the foundation that you have already laid with your education right here at Queensborough Community College. And I know you're gonna go on to do bigger and better things, because that's what our college graduates do. That is why in this year's state budget, we have invested record levels of expenditures and capital improvements to make Queensborough and the rest of CUNY and even SUNY the finest institutions of higher education that we would have, not only here in America, but anywhere in the world. But it is always because of what you do. So go on with confidence, take each step of every day, knowing full well that not only have you made it this far, but you still have so much more potential. And we're looking forward to seeing you realize that potential. Because when you reach the stars, we all reach the stars. So once again, thank you to President Mangino, all the staff and faculty at QCC for the tremendous service they have rendered to our city, state, and nation. Thank you once again to the parents and family members. It's easy to see how proud you are that this day has arrived. And once again, congratulations to the class of 2024 at Queensborough Community College. This is your day. You have earned it.
Thank you, Senator Liu. Now please welcome New York State Assemblywoman Alicia Heineman. Assembly Heineman is a longtime education advocate dedicated to creating educational opportunities for the Queens community from the redevelopment of JFK International Airport. Please welcome Assemblywoman Heineman.
Good morning, class of 2024. I am Assemblywoman Alicia Heineman, and I proudly represent the communities of Rosedale, Laurelton, Springfield Gardens, Adelaide Park, Hollis, and Jamaica. I stand before you today as a first-generation college student. I stand before you today as an immigrant, and I want to commend you all all those bus rides and train rides, those late nights, the times when you couldn't get any privacy while you were studying, you did it and you're here. Congratulations. To the faculty and staff who make it happen every day for Queensborough Community College, congratulations, because this is a happy day for you too. To the families that are gathered, look upon these graduates, be nice to them today. Leave all the other stuff for tomorrow, but today is their day. And when you woke up every morning, took your notes with you on the buses and trains to get to this institution, you understood that you were changing your future. There were some people you probably had to leave behind because they didn't believe in you. And you may be a graduate today who doesn't have any family or friends, but you made it to the finish line. Don't let this be your only stop in the road. Don't let this be the only graduation that you have. Keep striving higher, because as my colleagues in government said, education is the windows of opportunity. It opens all the doors. When you walk into the room and they look at you, this is what makes a difference, because this is what America looks like. You are the future. You make it happen. And to all of you today, I congratulate you. I really hope that this is not your last stop on your educational journey. Congratulations, class of 2024, and strive for the stars, like our senator said. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Assemblywoman Heinzman. Now, please welcome New York City Council Member Sandra Ung. Councilmember Ung is an advocate for Queens and our community's residents. Please welcome the Councilmember Ung.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, proud family members, and most importantly, the remarkable graduates of the Queensborough Community College class of 2024. As Dr. Mangino said, my name is Councilmember Sandra Ong, and I represent Flushing in the City Council. And the one thing I'm struck by as I look out the sea of the faces is the incredible diversity of Queens and the city that reflects it. Your unique background stories contribute to what makes this institution so special, where students have the opportunity to be exposed to a diverse range of opinions and thoughts. And today, you're celebrating not just your academic achievements, but your journey. Many of you walked into Queensborough campus for your first day of classes, unsure what the future holds. But as you walk off the campus today, you do so with a clear vision and newfound confidence. And I sincerely hope for wherever you go, whatever amazing achievements you do in your life, you will always remember Queensborough Community College and where it got you today, and you will always come back to this college. The world is waiting for you, and I have no doubt you'll make it a better place. Again, congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you, Councilmember Ung. Bringing greetings from the CUNY Board of Trustees is Dr. John Versani. Trustee Versani is chair of the University Faculty Senate and an ex officio member of the Board of Trustees. He has spent nearly 3 decades in CUNY serving as a 3-term department chair, a longtime campus governance leader, and a member of the University Faculty Senate.
Thank you, and good morning, President Mangino, distinguished guests, faculty members, parents, families, and most importantly, the Queensborough Community College graduating class of 2024. What a great honor it is to be here today on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York to celebrate this significant milestone in your lives. As the faculty trustee on the board, I'm well aware of your achievement. Today is a testament to your resilience, strength, and unwavering commitment to your education. You have worked hard, pushing yourselves to learn and grow while managing all the curveballs life can throw your way. Today is all about you, of course, but also about all those who helped you on your journey. So take some time to thank those who helped you get here today, such as family, friends, classmates, staff, and professors. As you embark on this next phase of your journey, remember, stay true to yourself, follow your passions, and continue to learn that the world is full of possibilities. With your CUNY degree and determination, you have the power to make a positive impact. You are the future leaders, innovators, and change makers of tomorrow. So congratulations, and may you continue to shine brightly in all that you do. The world is yours for the making. Go out there and make all of CUNY proud. We cannot wait to see the amazing things you will achieve in your futures.
Thank you, Trustee Versani. I would now like to recognize Dr. Stephen Dalkey, Chair of the Academic Senate.
We see a whole lot of achievement that's going to come in the future, so come back here and let us know everything you do. We want to know. Thanks.
I'd also like to recognize the chair of our Faculty Executive Committee, Dr. Beth Ann Coonahan.
On behalf of the faculty, I want to thank all of the students for choosing Queensborough. We were so happy to have you as students, and we wish you the best of luck, and you know where to find us. We're always here for you. And congratulations to all the families. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Beth. Student Government President Davia Willis brings greetings on behalf of the graduating class.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Davia Willis, and I am the president of the Student Government Association and a criminal justice major at Queensborough Community College. I would like to echo the welcome that has gone forth and to once again express gratitude to all our well-wishers, family, friends, peers, colleagues who have joined in the celebration of the class of 2024. A year ago, I was having a conversation with Raymond Valel, our student life specialist, and he told me a story about burning the boats. The phrase might sound meaningless, but it is meaningful when told in its entirety. The story talks about a Spanish expedition led by Hernan Cortés, who landed in Mexico back in 1519. And upon his arrival, it was said that he burnt all his ships, which was to communicate a clear message that there was no turning back. Many of us, we came into Queensborough Community College unsure of the future. For some, we were unsure of our majors. For me, I was unsure of the experience as I am an international student from the island of Jamaica. For others, it was a fresh start after leaving to return again. Whether you were a new student, a returning student, or a transfer student, we burnt our boats. We made up our minds to face our battles head-on, and we succeeded a few years later with the conquest of our associate degrees. Celebrate this win, comrades, whether it took you longer or shorter than it should have. Let us stand in solidarity with each other, cheering each other on as we walk across this stage to collect that degree. If we are honest, though, and if we're honest, credit should also be given to ChatGPT and other AI platforms. So on behalf of us, I salute them. Nonetheless, we are here to collect that degree that we have worked so hard for. As we prepare to write the remainder of this chapter or this book, I want for you to pause and to embrace this moment. Pause and reflect on the journey. Acknowledge the struggles and express gratitude for the experience. If we all begin to share our journey in Queensborough, many of us would not fear the hardship of being in the military. I have had to balance a lengthy commute of 6 hours per day, a broken home, imposter syndrome, and so much more, while ensuring a positive attitude towards my studies, mental health, and being your advocate. Others of us, we've pushed through homelessness, food insecurity, and death within family. To share the sacrifices we have made, the victories we have won, and the battles we have lost, the seasons we have endured, but the growth we have attained. I have had these seasons where I lost things and people important to me, but Ray would always remind me that we are rockets. And what happens to rockets when they get to a certain altitude? The boosters, they fall off. In case you hear it from no one else today, I am proud of you. I am proud of you for pulling through those seasons and enduring those rocket seasons. Last orientation for our incoming students, I spoke about having a plan and executing the plan as taught to us by Leonard Snart in the series The Flash. You watch The Flash? Yeah. So for those of us who watch The Flash, he taught us that there are only 4 rules we need to remember. Make the plan, execute the plan, prepare for the plan to go off the rails, and throw away the plan. He did not tell us what to do after we throw away the plan, but either way, we had to figure out how to survive. Whether you found yourself sticking to your plan or having to recreate an entire plan, guess what? We are here. I am proud to celebrate with you. I am grateful to have been your friend, acquaintance, peer, classmate, and yes, I am the student that would respond to your Blackboard discussions. It's nice to meet you in person. I too complained about the inconvenience of the elevators that was more consistent than our class attendance. That exhausting distance from the Q30 bus stop just to get to class, I know. And I also know what it's like to write an email that goes something like, "Hello, Professor. I hope this email finds you well." However, most importantly, I am honored to have been your president. I would like to leave you with the words of Minor Myers Jr. Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good. We belong to the home of the Tigers. We are fearless, courageous, and no one should dare challenge our inner strengths. We are now alumni of this prestigious institution, but no matter where life takes us after this, always remember, once a tiger, always a tiger. Congratulations to the class of 2024. A job well done.
Thank you, Davia. We now move to the portion of the ceremony where we recognize those members of our graduating class who are receiving awards. Will the recipients please come forward when I call your name? The John P. Bevilacqua Athletic Scholarship Award is presented to an outstanding student athlete who is a candidate for graduation. This year's recipient is Brandon Carabello. The John F. Kennedy Memorial Award goes to the student demonstrating outstanding college and community leadership. This year's recipient is Davia Willis. The Martin Luther King Jr. Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated exceptional leadership in promoting harmony and appreciation of cultural diversity. This year's recipient is Abdul Wahab. The salutatorian is a graduating student who has demonstrated strong academic performance, contributed to the Queensborough community, and embodies the mission and values of the institution. The recipient of this distinguished honor is Michael Delva. And now, the valedictorian has demonstrated superior academic performance, contributed to the Queensborough community, and embodies the mission and values of the institution. The recipient for this distinguished honor is Melanie Jerez Cruz. As the valedictorian, Melanie will also bring greetings on behalf of the graduating class of 2024.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is such a great honor to stand before you today as valedictorian. I am grateful to God for His goodness and His provision. On behalf of the graduating class of 2024, I welcome all our honorable guests, respected faculty and staff, alum, families, and friends to the 63rd Queensborough Community College graduation ceremony. Queensborough Community College. Community College. Community. I emphasize the word community because ours is a community. Each of us unified here today, celebrating our achievements as one that belongs to everyone. Class of 2024, I gaze upon your faces, and what I see is the best definition of community. In the diversity of our backgrounds, experiences, stories, and ideas, we are strengthened by our relationship with each other. Today's graduation ceremony becomes more memorable because we commemorate it together. The value of our community college education cannot be measured solely by our academic or future professional achievements, but by our sense of belonging and collectiveness, which motivates us to care for and about others, while sharing and appreciating our differences, our identity, and our values. Attending Queensborough Community College has been more than a means to an end. I have experienced that being part of diverse and inclusive communities helps us grow to become people capable of transforming lives. Far from just personal academic success, I have learned that kindness, encouragement, generosity, and attentiveness from the people surrounding us are the valuable gestures that keep us thriving throughout the most challenging times. Please allow me to elaborate on this idea by briefly sharing my journey. February 23rd, 2017 marked the beginning of a journey brimming with aspirations, courage, and uncertainties. With nothing more than a one-way ticket clasped tightly in my hand and the weight of my dreams within the confines of an old backpack, my husband and I boarded a plane, bidding farewell to the shores of the Dominican Republic. Driven by an unyielding desire to pursue new knowledge and further my education, I departed from the refuge of my family, friends, and culture. I was determined to seize the opportunity to lay the groundwork for the college education I yearned for, a dream deferred in my homeland. As an immigrant, first generation, low income, non-traditional student, I learned firsthand the barriers many of us face in pursuing a college education. Navigating the language barriers and unraveling the intricacies of the American education and financial systems posed significant challenges in my college journey. Nonetheless, enrolling at Queensborough Community College marked a pivotal moment in my quest to pursue my education. It became a milestone that initiated the realization of my lifelong dream to be the first in my family to attain a college degree in America. My experience at Queensborough became the root where my academic ambitions flourished by cultivating my social skills, fostering my intellectual curiosity, nurturing my desire for learning, and offering numerous opportunities for a student with an unconventional background. After a near 8-year gap in my education, I was overwhelmed by the infinite possibilities I had yet to explore. Most of all, I was excited to be part of a community where everyone shared a common goal: the relentless pursuit of a college education. Initially, joining the ASAP and CUNY START programs provided me with the confidence to begin my studies. The commitment of their faculty and staff provided me with the necessary tools and the support to get to where I am today. Motivated by my gratitude and a profound desire to pay it forward, I became a math tutor in the CUNY START program. It was an opportunity to impart my knowledge and support others navigating a similar path. From there, even more doors of opportunity began to open. From engaging in QCC's undergraduate research day with faculty, to participating in fellowships, internships, clubs, such as the Foreign Language Society and the ASAP Club, anything became possible. Through my experiences, I discovered a core value essential to my identity and development as a future mental health professional: giving myself to the service of others. These experiences provided me with opportunities for personal growth, and I believe the lessons we learn from our experiences should not be kept to ourselves, but rather shared generously to benefit all. My fellow graduates, receiving a college education has been a gift turned into an opportunity to broaden our horizons, deepen our knowledge, expand our skills, empower impactful change, and open doors for others to follow in our footsteps. It aligns with our commitment to creating lasting positive impact and fostering change for those in need. Graduating class of 2024, let us stand as beacons of inspiration for future generations. Let us show that regardless of the challenges, with hard work, determination, and perseverance, higher education is both attainable and invaluable. Thank you. Our achievement has not only fostered personal and academic growth, but also equipped us with the tools and experiences necessary to advocate for our peers, helping them navigate their educational paths, empowering them to reach their goals and aspirations, to emerge as leaders in their communities. In the words of Philippians, do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility, count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. Congratulations, graduating class of 2024. Our hard work and determination have paid off. And now, it's time to rejoice in our achievements together. We made it. Congratulations.
Graduates, as your valedictorian just said, you have made it to this day. As a first-generation college student, I started my academic journey at a community college, and I remember the pride that I felt getting to commencement, and I hope that you feel that too today. This day marks the beginning of the next chapter of your life. And not every student who enters college continues to earn their degree. At the community colleges across the United States, far fewer students make it to this point. According to a Brookings Institution study, only 26% of students enrolled in community college earn an associate's degree. So think about that. Only 26%. So you have beat the odds and should take a moment to let that sink in. Take pride in how far you've come and have faith in how far you can go. This moment is the result of your hard work, patience, perseverance, and the promise you made to yourself to graduate one day. You've shown incredible strength and determination in navigating the hurdles that came your way. So whether it was academic struggles, personal hardships, or unexpected obstacles, you refused to let that stop you. Instead, you rose above them, proving you have what it takes to succeed. However, as hard as you worked to get to this moment, you did not get here alone. Behind every achievement, milestone, or setback, family, friends, and loved ones supported you along the way. Many of them are here with you today, and that is your circle, your village, and the power behind the collective support that surrounds you. This is a joyful day for them as well, and we should take a moment. If the graduates can please stand and please give a round of applause to your village. So please have a seat. As you stand on the threshold of a new chapter in your life, know that you are embarking on a journey filled with infinite possibilities, unexpected opportunities, and adventures. The road ahead may seem uncertain, but your experience here should remind you that you have what it takes to face whatever comes your way. Your experiences and interactions with one another and the faculty and staff have positively impacted your life. Treasure those moments. The caring community you have thrived in will always be a part of you. May the support of that caring community always remind you to believe in yourselves, trust in your abilities, and never underestimate the power of your dreams. You have the passion to make a difference in the world, and the world is eagerly awaiting the contributions that only you can make. So thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2024. Now, Grand Marshal Ty will join me as we prepare to confer upon you your degrees.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the conferral of degrees and certificates. The candidates will be presented by the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Phyllis Curtis Tweed. I ask the audience to please refrain from applauding until degrees for each group have been conferred and certificates granted. Will the candidates for degree of Associate in Arts please rise?
President Mangino, these candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Arts.
Upon the recommendation of the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, as well as the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Arts with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining. So students wearing blue and white cords are graduating with honors. Students wearing yellow stoles and tassels are members of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society. Additionally, you will see students wearing kente stoles. Those represent our students who identify as Black or African American students and celebrated this rite of passage during Queensborough Sankofa celebration. The lavender stoles are for our students who identify as members of the LGBTQIA+ community.
Vanessa Brown. Matthew Riconda. Anthony Rowland. Romani Jugaster. Jocelyn Pintado. Colette Henderson Douglas. Shiza Beg. Shayla Villanueva. Amina Gul. Wendy Familia Cruz. Sakilia Webb. Joy Udori. Natalie Reynolds. Brianna Arce. Raquel Francis. Samaya Aarons. Marlon Marta. Christine Jeannie. Nicole Jimenez. Kumasi Hopkins. Haley Hilaire.
I don't think it was clear.
Jean Marie McDonald. Tabitha Gallo. Trinity Hewitt. Antone Exum. Ashley Padilla. Bessie Ortiz. Raquel Chevres. Shamiza Gufur. Serena Lewis. Naomi Umran. Paul Subuyuj. Zainab Madou. Melanie Dominguez. Madeline Vargas. Nicole Rodriguez. Shije G. Danielle Douglas. Abraham Higuta. Tashea McFarlane. Brian Baladers. Jeremiah Pinnock. Tyler Carter. Widman Georges. Mahamadou Badiaga. Julie Avila. Jamal Rivers. Ethan Winston. Erica Medina. Jessica Ramirez. Dolores Rose. Afsana Sarman. Mariana Peña. David Gazagul. Noldi Reyes. Yuliang La. Hu Pan Lam. Chilun Lee. Jennifer Rodriguez. Rachri Das. Sharia Morgan. Jenny Duverasso. Deja King.
Angelina Salteria.
Angelina Sataria. Kimberly Manchano. Dayon Baikan. Wasif Anwar. Jeffrey Jin. Kimberty Delgado. Arturo Giscombi. Kiora Vidal. Bibi Khan. Benjamin Wade. Rehana Alvarez. Nyla Khan. Tanae Wilson. Jacob San Escobar. Chowdhury Fardin, Samuel Jean, Alondra Rodriguez, Melissa Portilla Gill, Erica Banga, Marcia Wright, Aishana Oburoi, Carolyn Parker, Blanca Skydcut, Mitchell Onesies, Caroline Rojas, Oscar Almonte, Ebonique McDaniel, Chelsea Cummings, Mariana Ramirez, Shannon Walker, Carolina Jara, Shalice Flowers, Meslery Cifuentes, Angie Michael, Darshani Devi Jodha, Andrew Garate, Mitsaide Pierre, Lois Pierre, Jessica Vilkes, Ebony Wynn, Stephanie Straub, Alejandro Gonzalez, Charmin Yula, Peter Abula, Jesus Cortez, Samantha Arguta, Juliana J. Jankouf, Tricia Stanley, Cheyenne Joy Dalmas, Amisha Sain, Bibiana Charles, Sadia Chowdhury, Madison Kempsey, Catherine Fong, Hibitalu Vasatu, Esther Lee, Krista Nuss, Corinne Ferguson, Oleima Aine, Ariana Ramnanan, Rodalvis Peralta, Mienglong Ling Zheng, Christine Chatton, Abibatu Sumaoro,
Will the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science please rise?
President Mangino, the candidates for the degree of Associate in Applied Science are assembled, as are the candidates for certificates. These students have met all the requirements for their degrees and certificates. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Applied Science and grant their certificates.
So upon the recommendation of the Provost and Vice President, as well as the faculty of the college and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Applied Sciences with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereon appertaining.
Jonquel Jackson. Nastasia Gonzalez. Jinjin Chen. Hong Luo. Hannah Taibu. Julian Casedo. Andy Gonzalez. Mark Respicio. Saeed Rahman. Andres Restrepo. Byron Acosta. Gokul Mistry. Sadman Sakar. Michael Schultz. James Rosa Cruz. Brandon Nivisela. Shord Ridley. Amusha Ramdath. MD Mahamadul Alvi. Muhammad Ali. Aisha Ali. Hello, Aisha. Sanden Urina. Haixia Guo. Jose Sarabia. Ratul Hassan. Michael Delva. Mariana Perez Amalso. Jennifer Ayala. Isabella Suknau. Tanya Marie Raba. Stephanie Reyes. Jamir Hartley. Hector Vargas. Alexander Peralta. Rosangelica Lucas Santin. Marcus Kaiser. MD Ahmed. Falguni Kayast. Angela Contreras Torres. Joshua O'Neill. Isaiah Wells. Angela Lendenborg. Saida Taranum. Jacqueline McFadden. Joel Nunez. Jaden Alfard Allard. Patrick Kurzima. Neha Quayum. Saliha Anwar. Melissa Garcia. Anesa Navarrata. Carlos Covas. Noder Lebrun. Roberto Dobson. Gil Pinhasav. Tierno Ba. Flora Washington. Stephania Lua. Jennifer Ventura. Kiran Ahas. Santeo Chen. Jennifer Guerra. Jaime Flores Sarmiento. Kavindaya Windy Nagama. Tanya Lara. Justin Philander. Kyle Jaden Davis. Andre Anglin. Carla Baldonado. Tanazeo Thompson. Antonio Rivera. Manuel Niera. Oscar Segarra Calcin. Juan Rodriguez Restrepo. Robert Allen. Yosef Abdallah. Sharika Bent. Alexander Puello. Luis Medina. Jonelle Payart. Deviana Maharaj. Angie Francois. Seamus O'Toole, Brian Velasquez, Amani McKenzie, Mike Chacho, Luis Angel Amvando, Brian Chaiko, Angel Andrade, Brandon Balkaran, Prabdeep Singh, DeMichael Dean, Chikwitsutera Nuvrama, Carlos Paredes, Christian Paredes, Eric Espinosa, Christina Barbara Taran, Jade Lewis, Lindsay Kim, Ligia Charis, Victory Orijaco, Kerry Gale Atkinson, Erica Funke, Joanne Chang, Barry Allen, Brittany Urbina, Sharon Winston, MD Fahad Hossein, Jessica Osornio, Lervin Martinez, thank you, Leisha Ali, Arsha Smith, Padmania Kumar, Yesenia Fuentes, Nairobi Martinez Suarez, Evan Solomons, Brandon Grant, Sharika Nelson, Cameron Balkaran, Jesus DeCamps, Isaiah Hunter, Guadalupe Morales, Umayama Kamal, Shirley T, Jessica Ho, Nayem Iftekhar, David Knezevich, Henry Vasquez, Abram Correa, Rubico Esar, Imani Jones, Valentina Rojas, Melinda Martinez, Anthony Cardenas Andrade, Brian Garcon, Anthony Minchala, Artun Lagos Pozos, Santiago Malpica, Kian Batiste, Usamelden Musa, Brian Valencia Estrada, Gavin Singh, Jennifer Espinosa, Salman Khan, Tyler Lashkari, Justin Cleofat, Christopher White, Zenova Davis, Doris Onwuka, Janice Adorno, Michelle Velez, Anjali Kumar, Jasmine Kaur, Jody Ann Dixon Stedman, Nyla Makala, Lamia Alceide, Axel Macero, Matthew Romero, Moon Verdevelde, Trinity D'Alessio, Lindia Catapano, Jeanette Lee, Justin Nwakolo, Austin Bresky, Derek Cordova, Kuhn Lee, Yunoska Garcia, Nakia Johnson, Sierra Western Worms, Courtney Evswal, Anna Cristina Trujillo Saavedra, Ashley Zamot, Santia Johnson, Emma Doyle, Rasha Shabain, Natasha Griffiths, Cindy Lopez, Hina Saeed, Emily Lobo, Miley Chiu Ku, Nedita Ramutar, Reshma Hamid, Khalil Thorne, Danny Chachi Mora, Grayson Ross Graham, Keyshawn Sinclair, Tyrese Allen, Hivaya Eskeg, Jade Aranda, Robert Fernandez, Kail Moreno, Inacia Modeste, Tanya Doughton, Carlos Cordero, Joel Espinal, Michael Sotil, Shavana Holden, Cassandra Norriston, Christina Funros, Jocelyn Joseph, Janaria Yui, Yvette Fernandez, Jadal Tavara, Alvino Prasad, Maria Pachon.
Will candidates for the degree of Associate in Science and certificates please rise?
President Mangino, the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science are assembled, as are the candidates for certificates. These candidates have met all the requirements for their degrees. I am pleased to present them to you, and I respectfully request that you confer upon them the degree of Associate in Science and grant their certificates.
Upon the recommendation of the Provost and Vice President, as well as the faculty of the college, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the City University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate in Science with all the rights, privileges, immunities, and honors thereunto appertaining, and I grant you your certificates.
Aisha Asif, Tracy Martinez, Richard Lafleur, Anna Liu, Kim Trizia Flores, Brianna Diaz, Davia Willis, Abdul Wahab, Brandon Caraballo, Melanie Jerez Cruz, Jasmine Burgess, Naila Parveen, Fazmin Marikar, Rakiba Kaniz, Ebonique Brown, Pearl Benjamin, Maria Lopez Llanos, Fernando Tekpanekatl, Tazeen Ahmed, Stephen Winter, Joshua Roldan, Saleen Mustami Muhammad, Ramisa Anan, Matthew Persaud, Analki Nunez Mena, Olainka Fambegde, Corey Chilias, Aniz Sabotich, Kyle Martin, Sandra Gonzalez, Damian Chu, Samantha Cox, Donna Fiona Cox, Michelle Polanco, Anthony Falco, Charles Lefebvre, Marcus Pitters, Eddie Pacheco Norato, Carlos Atachi Ezaguirre, Soma Zaman, Chelsea Ramdani, Emily Castillo, Eliane Aronova, Umadi Singh, Kritsia Bowden, Youngzan Zhuo, Emily Sanchez, Renatia Means, Ryomi Park, Daniela Ishkakov, Tiffany Martinez, Jessica Ayub, Karlnik Melissa Prosper, Yen Yi Shak, Nikat Hussein,
Last challenge, walking and smiling.
Zahidath Alcantara, Mudassir Ali, Suhail Azizi, Jielong Li, Anna Brodetsky, Elizabeth Lara, Solange Gonzalez, Michael Anthony, Mohammed Ertiya Yunus, Syed Ali, Michelle Hu, Mary Ng Chen, Coralie Janvier, Catherine Ferreira, Saba Malik, Malik Salami, Denise Cervello, Jason Spooner, Navindra Bandhu, Walter Singh, Christian Leonce, Demir Lyasnyanan, Clifford Charles, Avinash Ramkumar, Brian Acosta, David Shepard, Jolie Demera, Nicole Farrow, Judge Lamy Pure, Valerie Patino, Jocelyn Sotelo, Celine Lacan, Kate Sikowski, Jigdro Dendu, Anthony Yu, Sabrina Vega, Kelly Stoltz, Kaylin Malosh, Justin Shivlal, Araceli Gamarra, Harneet Greval, Mohammed Saeed, Azmina Ismail, Jean-Pierre Martinez, Roman de la Cruz, Joseph Gurries, Mario Celestino, Crystal Ian, Ethan Garro Ordóñez, Jacob Velez, Sadman Shakir, Curtis Georges, Manpreet Singh, Jamie Espinal, Kyle Williams, Philip Park, Awese Sewe, Stephen Lazarou, Cheyenne Brown, Galo Garcia, Twums Derival, Milton Gonzalez, Yu Chao Chen, Zachary Shakes, Shira Thornton, Frank DeVito, William Bearfield, Camilo Diaz, Omar Realeggeno, Cassandra Brilla, Melanie Castillo, Diamond Cox, Tirik Williams, Davina Lal Prashad, Jocelyn Ramirez, Juan Yu, Catherine Solis, Paula Vance, Letitia Pearson, Nicole Giles, Sterling Michelle, Ashley Vasquez, Davina Persaud, Janielle Trisana Trotman Gomez, Sherry Nicole Lambert Griffith, Liara Hill, Marila Ituadu, Alicia Casiano, Amira Samiha, Fahim Alam, Emily Diana, Ashley Tobar Briones, Alex Newland, Shauna K. Williams, Chantel Williams, Santiago Altate, Adriana Garcia de la Cruz, Murshid Khan, Yeni Chunchi, Cherie Monestine, Akoswa Gibson, Gabriel Espinal Rodriguez, Jose Castillo, Kelly Huerta, Adelise Felix, Catherine Chen, Jeanette Manmohan, Fatima Salim, Bibi Sankar, Manisha, Alicia Bacchus, Jeff Chen, Layla Ferguson, Zamatul Ferdous, Evangelina Papas, Eun Kyung Kim,
How do you know if...
Jair Larrera,
Okay, that's good.
Tiara Butler, Esnarlin Nuesi Perez, Tarin Noam Charon, Tiffany Morrow, Abigail Esosa Ogbole, Dylan Trin, Kimani James, Caprice Scott McDowell, Sadia Volovich,
Better know on.
Joseph Rosa, Miguel Iturralde,
So last year I was at Brooklyn. It was the same day that my
Kendall Charles, Jordani Collado. Destiny Maisonnet. Annette De Jesus. Ivan Ayala. Sania Kayum. Joel Rodriguez.
So I was like, do you want me to watch? She's like, no, if Daddy goes.
Michael Brown.
So I got this.
Dennis Paredes.
You're about to get fired from your job.
Connor Corsi. Quinn Matthew Cervantes. Imran Mohammed. Anthony Armaza. Anthony Rodriguez. Paul Sims. Francesca Boylan. Ariangel Diaz Fajardo. Maria Castrillon. Sadia Tariq.
So the science is the largest group.
Naomi Ming Chen. Daniel Ishmael. Diamond Wilkinson. Shorn Grant. Ahmed Tafsir. Lakia Clark. Evelyn Guillen. Aislinn Lumpkin. Gabriela Wooten. Kemari Lindo. Amina Hasune. Chastity Durisma. Wanda James. Stacia Martin. Tiana Angevine. Christopher Venture. Giselle Peralta. Jan Yerlin de la Cruz. Manuel Peralt Jr. Kimberly Torres.
I didn't say anything.
Divya Ishmael. Joel Villamil. Miki Uzaman. Zirkamel Dorsely. Jasmine Diaz. Joel Roach. Nicholas Ortega. Luis Chica. Oscar Pedraza. Yolana Roberts. Daniel Morales. Tiffany Huang. Andy Bernal. Tanisha Chopra. Brianna Chuse. Olivia Summers. Samara Hook. Ting Liu. Jacqueline Alvarado. Michelle Gonzalez. Dana Ladovia Elvira. Dakia Clark. Richard Vivaldo. Tatiana Lowry. Rita Damaria Iris. Emily Vidal. Tyrell Joshua. Sean Nagapen. Serge Saint Lafleur. Imran Chowdhury. Elsie Hernandez Rivas. Faza Armfield Bilitti. Nayeli Cusco. Alexander Alves. Abraham Gonzalez. Joseph Lanzer. Marissa Marin. Nessia Cohen. Chantal Edwards. Martina Hove. Rose Vanessa Lewis. Jean Kaju. Asia Nunez. Irene Arias. Elijah Bernard. Hans Raymond. Benjamin Burks.
It says you didn't really graduate.
Duray Shawar. Melissa Senner. Arlene Veronica Toribio. Joseph Damiano. Sharon Sarria. Justin LaFontaine. Jorge Kiesler. Brianna Evans. Shiloh Sterling. Juan Hernandez. Brian Godet. Justin Elliott. Connor Lashkari. Anderson Jimbo. Yesenia Castro. Kevin Kowong. Ahani Hunt. Aiden Torgerson. Jason Kayambe. Jamie Cabreca. Eric Sowers. Tony Chen Liang. Sophia Sears. Christopher Verdejo. Shamari Sampson. Edward Ramirez. Keenan Esso. Ashley Balbin. Gauri Tulsi. Tolefa Bent. Darian Marotta. Veronica Oliveira. Brian Angulo Argudo. Cheyenne Rasul. Shirley Samba. Sebastian Sandoval. Keanu Ayala. Jeremy Buffamonte. Ashley Robinson. Jaspreet Dillon. Marco Garcia. Miriam Brodus. Catherine Verasami. Farhana Akhtar. Michael Ewan. Christian Robledo. Victoria Marte. Elijah Grisante Suarez. Danielle Point Dujour. Kai Vincent. Jacob Rosoff. Madhvi Busi. Roland Rajkumar. Darian Hector. Sabrina Mejia. Thrisha May Lumor. Alex Mendez. Jade Pagan. Johanna Santana. Max Popolizio. Tanisha Mills. Jania Scott. Kazi Nema Sultana. Hua Lin. Azarea Alikok. Qian Zhang. Luis Erazo. Kazi Nazrin Sultana. Jennifer Perez. Charmaine Joseph. Bibi Ishmael. Jennifer Espinoza Bermeo. Daniel Bernal. Anna Paz. Victoria Singh. Natalie Suku. Kimani Green. Valeria Martinez Brenes. Kyle Bowden. Jesus Giraldo. Simone Reynolds. Judeas Gladden. Chrisnell Nicholas. Miss Canon. Renidias Miller. Marcela Vargas. Ramzi Albarmaki. Sara Villanueva. Shayla Toussaint. Dylan Kenley. Yadira Rodriguez. Kiani Thompson Martin. Michael Elvey. Daryl Anderson. Anmol Suman. Gualver Bautista. Sydney Robb. Giovanni Mark. Danae Simpson. Gianella Deza. Maha Almaflehi. Shamanique Jackson. Julia Moreno Villasis. Wendy Delgado Sangolki. Abigail Mason. Sumaya Shikta. Nazima Ali. Angel Harris. Zoe Stevens. Judea Martin. Beyonce Beras. Giuseppe Medici. Connor Green. Joel Levy. Jacinquia Feliciano. Ketsia Deus.
Graduates, you have been conferred a degree that brings rights and privileges. As a graduate, you also have a responsibility in your community. Be a participant, make a difference. Queensborough graduates pledge to leave this world a better place than you found it. Will the class of 2024 please stand? In recognition of the conferment of your degree, please move the tassel of your cap from the right to the left side. Congratulations. You can be seated. As this ceremony ends, please remain in your seats for the recessional until all the members of the platform party have exited. Afterward, you are invited to meet your faculty by the department banners displayed along the track. Your teachers and the staff who played such an important part in your lives congratulate you and wish you well. Thank you for being with us today. Congratulations.